Hello everyone and welcome to another Pyro Gaming video. Destiny 2's next faction rally is scheduled for Tuesday, February 20th, 2018. That is the next weekly reset at the time of recording this video. Now you may be asking yourself, why are we already having another faction rally so soon? We just finished one literally a few weeks ago. Well, if you guys remember when Curse of Osiris came out, the first faction rally of Season 2 was scheduled to be in December. However, it was postponed until January because there was an issue preventing players who did not own Curse of Osiris from collecting faction rally rewards. Another issue that players encountered with the last faction rally was the lack of new loot in the loot system. Sure, you had ghosts, sparrows, and things like that, but there were no new weapons to earn aside from the winner's presentation weapon that could be purchased for 1,000 Glimmer if you pledged allegiance to that faction, or 50,000 Glimmer if you did not pledge allegiance to that faction. Needless to say, people weren't very happy about this because what's the point of playing if you can't get new weapons? Another thing that people took really big issues with was the fact that Lost Sector chest had a timed lockout. You can only open a Lost Sector chest 2 times every 10 minutes. Now, I'm very happy to say that Bungie has since fixed all of these issues heading towards the next faction rally. The next faction rally will feature 6 new weapons in the actual loot pool and 3 other new weapons that you will be able to win if your faction wins the faction rally. In addition to that, all of these rewards will be available to all players regardless of whether or not you own Curse of Osiris, and there is no longer a timer on Lost Sector chest. The only regulation for Lost Sector chests going into the next faction rally is that you cannot collect rewards from the same Lost Sector chest back to back. So as long as you're doing separate Lost Sectors and different Lost Sectors, you will not hit a cap of any kind. It's also worth noting that if you have not yet collected all of your faction ornaments, this might be your last chance in Season 2 to do it. Historically, we have had 2 faction rallies per season, quote unquote, and of course I'm basing this off of the one and only season that we've completed so far in Destiny 2, but nonetheless, if you really want those ornaments, I would not risk waiting. I would go ahead and get them with this faction rally just in case we do not get another faction rally in Season 2. So moving on to the new rewards that will be in the loot pool for the next faction rally. These will be able to be earned by simply collecting faction tokens and ranking up your respective faction. The 3 auto rifles that were available for purchase if that faction won during the last faction rally will now be in the loot pool and able to be earned by simply ranking up your faction. In addition to that, each faction will have 1 brand new, never-before-seen weapon added to their loot pool. These new weapons include what appears to be a linear fusion rifle from Dead Orbit, a hand cannon from Future War Cult, and a scout rifle from New Monarchy. And available for purchase for the winning faction, you will have a new pulse rifle from Dead Orbit, new pulse rifle from New Monarchy, and lastly, a new scout rifle from Future War Cult. Now, it's worth noting that New Monarchy has won the last 2 faction rallies in a row, and honestly, I think it's time for a change. New Monarchy's cool and all, but I think that scout rifle is going to be the one to get. So here's hoping Future War Cult can pick up a W this go around. Now, as with all live events that Bungie releases, you can probably expect for the Destiny 2 servers to be taken offline for a few hours on reset day in preparation for the faction rally. Bungie has been really good lately about finishing up their maintenance ahead of schedule, so here's hoping they keep with that trend and we can get into the faction rally as quickly as possible. Now, me personally, I'm actually kind of looking forward to this faction rally. The reason being is because that Future War Cult scout rifle actually looks pretty good, as does the Future War Cult hand cannon. In addition to that, I also want to get my hands on that Dead Orbit linear fusion rifle because I am a fan of my linear fusions. And with no faction token lockout in the Lost Sector chest, I feel like this faction rally is going to be a lot less grindy and a lot smoother than the last faction rally. And that, my friends, is going to bring this video to an end. Drop a comment in the box below, let me know which faction you will be pledging. If you enjoyed this video, click like. If you're new to the channel, click subscribe. And if you are already subscribed, I fucking love you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and take care.